Thanks again. Welcome for joining me this day. My name is Tony Njoroge. I'm the director of Blessmarked Real Estates. Blessmarked Real Estate deals in buying and selling of affordable plots in Kenya. You're welcome to do business with us. Our office is at Mugen Plaza on Eastern Bypass Road. You can visit us or visit our website on www.blessmarked.co.ke. You could also get us through WhatsApp, calls or text on 0723 22 10 22 or 0794 655522. You're welcome to talk to us, and we are going to respond to any concern that you may have or any questions that you may want us to respond. Today I want to take us through a very short topic on the very basic land buying processes or process in Kenya. And I'll be breaking it down in such a way that you're going to understand. And after that, we can engage more. So when you are ready to buy or acquire a piece of land, there are several prerequisites which you need to adhere to, so that the land buying or the land you're buying is legitimate. I'll take you through step by step on the process you'll need to follow to acquire land. And in every land deal, it is highly recommended that you use the legal advice or you follow the legal advice. I never want to cut corners. One step, or the first step you need to do is you need to do a site visit. The moment you have settled on an area that you're interested in buying, it's good you conduct a site visit. Because that way you'll be able to identify the piece of land that you wish to purchase and ensure that the beacons of the land are clearly marked. And it's also good to keep in mind that in ancestral land there may be no beacons. It's good to keep it in mind, because maybe they were marked long ago or they were never put. Beacons give a clearer vision of the shape and the size of land and its actual boundaries, because most of the time you have seen conflict rising up because the boundaries are not properly marked. So it is good you identify the beacons, get to know the shape of your land or the land you're interested in, and let the boundaries be properly marked, so that you don't have a conflict once you buy the land with the people who are bordering you. So then the other thing you need to do is perform an official search. Your lawyer or yourself can perform a land search at District Land Office or Ministry of Land. And this one can be done by anybody. The offices are accessible. You don't need, it's a straightforward task or activity. To perform the search, you'll need a copy of the title deed of the land, and you must fill the search application form and attach the title, and then you pay a fee for that. It's a small amount, so you shouldn't shy off. Then it's also advisable you do a search at county office. The reason for this is it will help you unearth any unpaid land rates, which should be factored in when you're doing the purchase price, because if the land rates are not paid, then you have to agree between you and the buyer who is going to pay for that. If then you agree you are going to pay for that, then you have to know how you're going to get that money reimbursed from the sales, or from the ones you actualize the final sales. And then the other thing you need to do is obtain maps, at least obtain 2 maps. And these ones can be obtained from the Survey of Kenya, and you can buy them for as little as 300 shillings. One map is usually drawn to scale, and the other one is the overview of the land adjacent to the one you want to buy. You get to get an idea where the land that you're buying is, and what are the surrounding parcels of land, and then you get an idea of how it is. Then the other thing you need to do is do what we call ground verification. Once you have obtained the maps, you should visit the lands together with the surveyor to verify the dimension, so that whatever appears on the paper is what appears on the ground. Get the actual measurement, verify, and because you may not be able to verify, get a licensed surveyor to do it for you. Then when you go through that step, then you need to go to the other step where you need the sales agreement prepared. So once the verification and the land is authentic, you have established that the land is authentic, a sale agreement is then prepared by the seller's lawyer, and then go through the terms and conditions, go through all the clauses, and then if it is okay, then you can proceed. And then the other step you need is the preparation of documents. So the seller must prepare all the completion document to ensure a proper transfer. Because if the documents are not properly done, the transfer will not be successful. The completion of the document will include original title in the name of the seller, a duly executed transfer form filled, whether in a triplicate or duplicate, whatever it is required, and must be sealed if it is a company that is selling. Then you need passport photos of the vendor if it is an individual, and if a company, you need the photos for each of the directors of the company. Then you need a copy of PIN number of the vendor. You need the copy of national ID of the vendor, and if a company, copies of national IDs for the directors who will sign the transfer forms. Then you need copy of registration certificate if it's a company, and PIN certificate of a company. Then you need the rates clearance certificate in case the tenancy of the land is leasehold. You'll need a rent clearance certificate in case the tenancy of the land is leasehold. Then, of course, you need land control board license, and when you have that one properly packaged, and it shouldn't be tedious, because it's normally done. The person who is selling you, especially if it's a company, they should be able to package you all those documents together and then give you in a well packaged, possibly in a well secured way, so that when you're carrying it as a single document that doesn't need to be detached. They should be able to make it easier for you. Then you should have this document taken to your lawyer, and your lawyer should confirm the documents are authentic and must certify the document before presentation to the relevant land registration office. And by all means, never pay your cash until the seller has shown you the document. If they are not available, you'll never manage to transfer the title to your name legally unless through dubious means. And then proceed to make the payment, make the full payment to the seller. And of course, then we go to the payment of stamp duty. The transfer documents should be filed at land office for assessment of stamp duty payable on the transfer. Other than the aforementioned documents, the buyer must attach his copy of ID, passport photo, and copy of PIN. After this, the government valuer conduct a site visit to verify the development and the state of the property. This one will help them to arrive at the stamp duty that should be paid. Then finally, there is the exchange of documents. When the registration is done with the issuance of a new title deed for the freehold or certificate of lease for the leasehold tenancy, the buyer's lawyer or buyer then collect the title deeds at the land office, and that marks the journey of the land buying process in Kenya. It shouldn't be tedious, and you should get that legal advice, and you should get somebody trustworthy take you through the journey. I know because of different payment procedures, when most of the people are buying land in Kenya, say for example they are buying in installments, there could be discourse for some time, because maybe you've been making your payment, you pay deposits, and then some process comes before the other. Maybe you start paying before you start documentation. You should have a proper way of, for example, if for the land buying processes whereby the client or the buyer is required maybe to pay deposit, and then you pay the balance in installment. You should have a proper way of making sure yourself, one, by making have a sales agreement done, and finally get your copies of receipts every time you buy or every time you make a payment, so that you are able to safeguard yourself. So in case of anything, you can be able to produce that agreement. Of course, it starts with the letter of offer. We are offering you this plot or this land at this amount. These are the terms of payment. Make sure you always refer to those what we call the TORs, the terms of reference. Understand them properly so that you safeguard yourself. And normally, because this is what happened to the companies, that maybe you are given a journey, start making a payment, we start this process, and then the other one will start later. So understand the different parts, but at the end of the day, the process adds to the same, whatever I've given you. So thanks for taking your time to listen to me, wherever you're watching us from. May God bless you. My name is Tony Njoroge. I'm the Director, Blessmarked Real Estate. And Blessmarked Real Estate deals in buying and selling of affordable plots in Kenya. We invite people to be part of a big thing with us. Part of a big thing with us. Even as we start in your investment journey, work with us and let's walk this journey together. You are free to visit our offices at Mugen Plaza on Eastern Bypass Ruiru. You can call us, text us, WhatsApp us on 0723 22 10 22 or 0794 655522. You could also visit our website on www.blessmarked.co.ke. You can also look for us on our social media platform at Blessmarked Real Estate Limited. God bless you. Join us, and you are very much welcome. God bless you and do you good. Until the next broadcast, let's keep investing. Bye-bye.